if you don't mind, I'm gonna geek out for a moment. I made up a little song about the Make-10 strategy. You might recognize the tune. 10 is the friendliest number that you'll ever know. Though 20 can be as great as 10, it's the friendliest number since the number 10. Tens are the friendliest numbers that you'll ever know. Yes, they're the friendliest numbers you'll ever know. 'Cause tens are an easy place to land on the number line. 10 plus another number is so easy to find. It's just no good anymore to count on every time. Now I split the ad and land on 10. It saves me time. Number 10 is the friendliest number. 10 is the friendliest number. 10 is the friendliest number that you'll ever find. Hi, first graders and families. I wanted to follow up that little song about the Make-10 strategy with some modeling of the strategy in comparison to the count-on strategy, using the example of 9 plus 5. So I'm going to use two different math models to show what this strategy looks like and to compare it to the count-on strategy, which is a strategy that most first graders use. I want to make sure that you all know that using the count-on strategy is still an A-OK strategy for first graders. However, the Make-10 strategy is just starting to get them to step towards more efficient strategies for addition and subtraction. So we're introducing it in first grade, but we will definitely spiral back to it in second grade and beyond. So let's look first at the count-on strategy. So this is what most people, most first graders usually use. And you can see I have two cube trains. One has 9 cubes and the other has 5. So what that would look like is putting them together. And I would count on, starting at the bigger number, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And let me show you what that would look like on the open number line. So I started with 9 and I counted on by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when I took my first jump, I landed on 10. My second jump, I landed on 11. My third jump, I landed on 12. My fourth jump, I landed on 13. And my fifth jump, I landed on 14. So I found out that 9 plus 5 equals 14. So I'll put that aside. And now I want to show you the same problem using a Make-10 strategy. So with the cubes, the way that it would look is I would notice, I would ask myself, well, first of all, I would notice, wow, 9 is really close to 10. I know that adding numbers to 10 is super easy. So I would ask myself the question, okay, I have 9, how many more do I need to make 10? So I'm going to take my 5 and I'm going to just flip them over so you don't get distracted by the numbers that I wrote. I know that I need 1 more to make 10. And now I have 10 cubes here and I've got 4 left over, and I know that 10 plus 4 is 14. Let me show you what that looks like on the open number line. So I started at 9, and what I did was I broke this 5 into a 1 and a 4 because I knew that 9 plus 1 equals 10. So I took one jump, a jump of 1 to get to 10, and then I took a big jump of 4, and that's kind of in the way now, so we'll erase it, to get to, I know that 10 plus 4 is 14. So it's a little bit quicker to take those 2 jumps than those 5 jumps, and that's why we're introducing it. And if you watch the other video about the break apart strategy, which is the exact same strategy shown on the Greg Tang, shown on the screencast of the Greg Tang math website, that will show you just one other angle. And one last thing I promise, some of you might have been wondering that song that I adapted to be about the Make-10 strategy. The second verse said, 10s are the friendliest numbers that you'll ever know. So what I was talking about when I said 10s are the decade numbers, the numbers that you land on when you skip count by 10, because 10 is a super friendly number, but so is 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and so on. So I wanted to show you one last problem using slightly larger numbers of the Make-10 strategy. So for example, 37 plus 6, the next number that is in that 10s category, or those decade numbers, is 40. So I'm going to be asking myself before I start my open number line, how far do I have to jump from 37 to get to 40? And I know that 7 plus 3 is 10. So 37 plus 3 is 40. So I'm going to break this 6 into 3 and 3 and start at 37. I'll take a jump of 3 to get to 40. And then I will jump my other 3 to get to 43.